Welcome to the official housing market podcast of the Massachusetts Association of Realtors. My name is Eric Berman, and I am the host and the association's communications director. I'm joined today by our 2016 president, Annie Blatz. Annie is the branch executive and designated realtor for Kinlan Grover Real Estate on Cape Cod. Hello, Annie, and thank you for joining me to discuss the July 26 housing numbers.
Hi, Eric. It's my pleasure to be here today.
Okay, Annie. Thank you. And let's start with the big news from the July report. Home sales dropped for the first time since May 2015. What's going on?
Well, let me say that despite the drop, demand continues to be very strong. We're seeing it in our offices here on Cape Cod, and realtors across the state are confirming that as well. I think there are a few things at play here, but none of it is new. First of all, we had a lot of activity in the early part of the year. The lack of snowy winter got buyers out making offers from January 1st on. As you know, the winter months are traditionally slower, but not this year. It is also difficult to see increases in closed sales when inventory continues to drop. We need more inventory to meet demand.
Okay, Annie. So July median prices are up again, and they're still near all-time highs. So can you explain that in context of sales going down?
As I've mentioned in the past, this is a true supply and demand market. Demand continues to be very high, and that is pushing home prices up. With our strict lending requirements, buyers can afford the prices they're offering for properties. And as I mentioned, it's hard for closed sales to go up if there are no homes to buy. Eventually, this lack of inventory will have a negative impact as buyers will retreat from the market. Either they're being priced out or feel like they're fighting a losing battle. Once demand eases, prices will come back down.
Okay, so the next question is about inventory. Thoughts?
Down again. Next question. Seriously, we're at 54 straight months and counting of inventory going down annually, month over month. We need to produce new housing. We need people to start listing their homes for sale, and we need investors to start selling off their homes. Again, people want to be here, and I hope that desire continues, but it's hard to keep that feeling alive if housing prices and rent go too high. People will have no choice but to go elsewhere.
Okay, Annie, thank you for that explanation. Now, my last question has to do with the close of the two-year Massachusetts legislative cycle that happened on July 31st. Can you give us an update? Because we did talk about it in last month's podcast.
I'd be happy to. We were successful on several issues. We defeated mandatory energy inspections and grades on homes prior to listing for sale. This was a hard-fought battle, and we now look forward to working to promote the importance of energy efficiency and encouraging homeowners to voluntarily obtain Mass Save Energy inspections. We were also successful in defeating the passage of short-term rental occupancy taxes. Now, those homeowners who occasionally rent out their homes, often using the proceeds to pay their mortgages or real estate taxes, won't be treated like businesses and required to also be tax collectors. We were also successful in defeating several transfer taxes or sale taxes on homes. While the end goals of transfer taxes are typically well-intentioned, using a sales tax on homes to pay for these goals is not equitable. Transfer taxes put the funding for a community-wide benefit on the backs of a few home buyers and sellers. To find out more on our entire government affairs program, please go to www.marealtor.com.
Okay, Annie, thank you for that. That's actually all I have for this week. I look forward to speaking with you next month.
Okay, great. Thank you, Eric.